Is the Gundam TCG world in shambles? You tell me. I am still too tired in a way. No, so yeah, I didn't know the news were coming out, but as soon as I woke up, my phone, good thing my phone is not on like with sound on, it's just vibrate. Now I'll be hearing Discord notifications all morning, and this is still morning, and still kind of tired. So I decided, you know what, let's look at the news. What did they have? And wow, it's pretty interesting what they did. So let's talk about it. So I had a feeling they were gonna do some bans, and surprisingly they did one ban apparently, and yeah, it's the one card Angsha. Surprisingly, they in their picture here, they put in something that I think is gonna be a prediction in the future. Because I don't think it is a thing yet, or it is already a thing. Sideboards. So eventually we'll have side decks, kind of like Dragon Ball Masters. That'll be so crazy though. Side decking. Ugh, that'll be cool. Anyways, Angsha, it's yeah. Ban. I don't think they gave a reason. Like this is what they say on the tweet or whatever we say on X now. After reviewing tournament results, internal testing, and feedback from players around the world, we have decided to update the banned and restricted list effective July 25th. We wanted to share this update as early as possible so players and event organizers can stay informed ahead of the changes. The goal is to foster an environment where a wide variety of decks and strategies can thrive, and hope it will create more opportunities for different playstyles to succeed and contribute to a better overall gameplay experience. Yeah, that is fair. They understand these changes may have a significant impact on players, which definitely did for all the Blurple players. Ugh. And this was not a decision we made lightly. I bet. As the game continues to evolve, we will keep a close eye on the environment and continue listening to your feedback. So, feedback people, feedback, remember that. So back to Angsha. Banned entirely. I think why? I could not say, does not say, but maybe I have to look it up at the official website. Let's do that actually. Perfect, found it. So, banned cards cannot be used in decks or sideboards. Angsha. In the present meta, there are an exceptionally high number of blue-purple decks being played that makes heavy use of GDO1 Angsha, and purple cards that have the ability to deal damage to enemy units, and their win percentage stands out. I mean, so does red, blue, pink. But yeah, we are adding this card to the list of ban in order to create a more diversity. Okay, this usage. I think it's just usage in the end. That's pretty much what they're trying to say. And yeah, next we'll go to the next thing. So definitely blue, pink is gonna be slowly disappearing in a way. I guess they can't do much at GDO1, GDO2 because they're still like developing purple at the time. And then when GDO3 comes out, the red, blue, pink just disappeared, I believe. Like, I don't check the meta. Once again, I'm saying this so many times in all videos for Gundam I make. I do not check metas, but I hear metas. I don't check deck builds. That's basically it. So yeah, let's go to the next news of ban or pair, whatever. We have ban pair. Cards A and B cannot be included in the same deck or sideboard. First, blue purple again. You know it's an issue. You kind of know it's an issue if that's the thing. Amuro and Mikazuki. I mean, the staple of blue purple is Amuro Mikazuki. And then we have Gun Tank and the future Astray Strike. I guess that's fair in a way, because they're both kind of the same thing. So they're trying to prevent a blurple current blue purple deck that is similar, I guess. And then next we have, this is more of a deck building rule now. Like they added a deck building rule in a way. Introduction of limits for basic level 2 units. So, what is a basic... What the heck? That's a weird. I just read it again on the picture. It's so weird. It's like, what is a basic level 2 unit? They don't have a question mark. So I was like, what? A level 2 unit card that costs 1, has 2 AP, 2 HP, no abilities. So it's basically all this stuff here. And I think there's someone new there. There's a new card. Yeah, Javelin, Heroes Leo, Jagan, those are new. Hobbies I get. Isaac, wow, okay. New cards apparently, GDO5. So, the rules basically, you only can have 4 of level 2 units that are like that. You cannot mix it, and you cannot have more than 4. Wow. And I think the reason for this is because that's kind of the foundation of blue-purple meta aggro. So let's look at the official website for all the reasons here. So, band pair category, Guntang, a Stray Strike. The card listed above has the same abilities and stats. They were designed to produce synergy among cards with their respective traits. However, as with the argument of banning the Angsha, the win percentage of decks using multiple cards that have ability to deal damage to enemy units has exceeded our expectations. Therefore, we are adding these 2 cards to the list as band pair. I guess they forgot red? On hindsight, they kind of forgot red, but red does not ping as early as this, level 2. They start pinging at level 3, level 4. So that's kind of why I think they're trying to slow down the ping a little bit. Okay, next is the pilots. Blue-purple decks capable of using these 2 cards in unison are extremely proficient at dealing with enemy units. You're not wrong, Amuro is an issue. That has been an issue since the start of the game. Because it's just resting a 5 or less HP unit. And then attacking it all out. So dumb. This was always been an issue, I think. Amuro will be an issue no matter what. It's been an issue with... When it first came out, it's going to be an issue with the new Amuro, I believe. It will be an issue with the new Endless Waltz stuff. Okay. And the number of these decks being played, as well as their win percentage, is exceptionally high. Hey, we're adding this too. So, it's kind of like, I don't know the percentages of, like how much percentage of like the top 32, top 16, 8 of like recent regionals or worlds, whatever. If it's anything like One Piece, back at OPO 5, OPO 4, Sakazuki, remember that guy? Yeah, same issue. They had to ban it after the World Championship. After the top 8 was all Sakazuki. After Sakazuki won it all. So that is, yeah, it might be the same reason. They might be pulling that thing because of that. So yeah, we will go next to the explanation of the level. Okay, not much. Okay, here we go. In the present competitive environment for the level 2 units, okay, the basics, quote-unquote basics, there is a lot of importance attached to the efficient destruction of enemy shields and achieving quick conclusion. And we recognize that decks which focus on deploying many low-cost units are being constructed to produce these results. Blue-purple. Fast-paced decks employing a large number of cards matching the description of this are particularly powerful because that's what they have. Look at this. Zaku Warrior. They'll add Nemo to it. They have Grace Custom. They have Jim. They have... If it stays the same, Hobby Isaac. They have Javelin. They have O Gundam. They have all those, and then they also will have the new Exia Repair, which is not a 2-2, but it's a 2-1. Still, same idea, I guess. Hence why I said in the reveal video, that card will go into blue-purple. Okay, and any opponent who lacks an effective strategy against them may have no choice but to accept an undesirable game outcome. Just like recently. Well, no, recently it was more of my deck doesn't want to function. My final, it was a final in a weeklies, you know, so nothing important, you know. I take weeklies like a casual, semi-competitive kinda. Like I'll play my Xeon, red-green, definitely not built to aggro like that, but aggro either way. My final was against the blue-purple. I was like, okay, I'll just crash my units into their small units. No! I got my big guys after turn 3 onwards, and I'm like, I cannot play anything at turn 3, turn 4. I'm like, fun, I am not playing the game. Still fun though, it's always fun playing weeklies. Okay, such situations are at odds with the game experience we hope to provide, which is, I guess, fair. We are adding these cards to the list as band pairs in order to further support the diversification in deck construction and adoption promoted by the previously mentioned bans and restrictions, thus providing a meta that encourages more deck variety. We'll see that in the future, after GDO 5 comes out. Okay, let's see, there's an asterisk here. We recognize that 2 cards matching the description are included in the Iron Bloom starter deck. And players will still be able to use this deck in official and sanctioned tournaments as long as no changes are made up to... Oh! Really? Because... Iron Bloom... Oh, because it's Grace! Grace and Grace Custom, that's why. I was like... thinking so much about the blue-purple, I forgot that Iron Bloom is blue, purple-white. Okay, in regards to the present game meta... Within fast-paced blue-purple and blue-green decks have a strength advantage. So they do this for blue-green as well. Because there's a lot of green as well. Yeesh, Zaku. Oh yeah, because 1 Year War was pretty much that too. You rush with small guys, you high maneuver with Char, and then you rest stuff with Amuro. I believe. That was the 1 Year War deck. Okay. We believe the game rules themselves may be a contributing factor, and we are looking closely at a possible fundamental rule change. That is something important to highlight here. However, because such changes cannot be rushed, we are making this current revision to the ban restricted list as temporary measure to rebalance the game meta for the time being. Huh. So I wonder if the level 2 is limited, just not full on. They're gonna change the rules, that's for sure. Wow, that is crazy. That is actually interesting. They're revealing that there's a possible fundamental rule change. Wow, that's actually crazy. So they are changing the game in a way, I don't know, they're making it more variety. But like the comments I've seen, of course, are people complaining like, what about blockers? Yes, blockers will most likely be back. And trust me, they might be back. We have a lot of blockers from EBO1 too. You make a pure blocker deck, you add Archangel and you add Strike Rook and swing with blocker, restand blocker. Swing with blocker, restand blocker. Use my command, I will restand my blocker. That might be an annoying meta, but there's always ways you can get rid of those. I think so. Here's my prediction. We might see blockers be another thing. So that's something you have to look out for. Which, in all honesty, I can see blocker being destroyed by ping. I can see ping being destroyed by an aggro build that is not reliant on the level 2s. Aggro build stopped by blockers. So I think that's what they're trying to do, make it a balance of a triangle balance. I might be wrong, because other decks like, let's say Militia are like, what's my deck? Vulture, Dragon, those aren't really, say, fit any of those main 3 categories. They're just like, okay, I'm playing the game. So yeah. It's definitely an interesting thing. I think, of course, this level 2 hairband is just to prevent another blue-purple, red-green mini rush, rookie rush in Digimon, I believe it's called, build. It's just to prevent that and let the game go longer, per se. And, of course, they announced sideboarding because they're gonna do best of 3 eventually. I was gonna make a prediction video, but I guess not anymore. So yeah, what do you think about this? It's definitely interesting. I wonder if how things will go if they want to consider a possible fundamental rule change. Definitely an interesting thing. So, yeah, let me know in the comments. I would like to hear your opinions. I am personally okay with this. Kinda happy, kinda sad. Kinda happy because the mini rush is kinda gone. Kinda sad because I cannot put my Xeon Red Green Rush into play now. I still can. Still need to plan on that. But yeah. Anyways, take care of yourselves. Hopefully you guys aren't too mad about this ban. And or if you're too happy about this, try not to rub it in, I guess. Be respectful of other players. That's all I have to say. You can have like a fun, friendly banter, you know. Keep the game fun, please. Like, I always try to make the game fun no matter what. So that's my lesson for the game in a way. Keep everything fun for everyone if you can, please. Anyways, take care of yourselves, drink lots of water. I'm Sanada Yuki, heading out. Bye.